Okay, quick video just to show how I actually do my rocks, because I've had so many people ask. This little well just has white acrylic paint in it. This just happens to be the Folk Art brand. I think that's, I do have an Americana one. And then I also have, so these are the two whites that I normally buy and use. And this has a couple of drops of the multi-purpose sealer and some white acrylic paint, because this product's actually clear, so there's no color to it. It looks milky in the bottle, but when it dries, it's clear. And all that does is just help further seal the rock surface, so then the paint goes on it smoother and better once I get to that point. These are some of the rocks that I have prepped by. These were ones that had that waxy stuff on them. So they were boiled, they were scrubbed with Blue Dawn dish liquid, and then once they were dry, they were sprayed with a light spray of the gray primer, which you can still see on it. And then I put a light coat of just the white primer on generally whatever I call the good side of the rock, or the side that I think I'm going to use in the artwork. And basically that is just so that the coat that I'm putting on now with the multi-purpose sealer and the white acrylic paint, I can do it usually in one coat and not have to put so much. These rocks are those Mexican beach pebbles. Now, these were some that were out of a bag that was labeled small. This is one of the shapes. These rocks were just washed with Dawn dish liquid and put out in the sun to dry completely. And they don't have to have the primer spray on them because they're so much smoother. They're not as porous, and they didn't have that waxy finish on them. So I can actually, this is one where I've already put one coat on just the top side of the acrylic paint and sealer mixture. This is the back side, and I'll put one coat on it. Then depending on what I will end up painting on the front side of the rock will depend on if it gets another base coat of just the white acrylic paint without the sealer in it, or if I'll begin by applying the color. It will probably have a little landscape scene, maybe something similar to this. So I may just start right away just painting the design on it and not put another coat. But I let them dry completely before I decide that. And that's basically what I do on these. I like to cover the whole rock, I guess, because for me it's kind of like painting on wood surfaces or canvas surfaces and other shapes that I've done, where I put the base coat or the sealant coat on all the front and back sides. But on these pebbles you wouldn't have to, because you can actually write very nicely with the Sharpies on the backs of them. But that is how I prep my rocks to then get them to the state that they can then be painted. And I've got, let's see, these are a couple that I did probably about a week or so ago. And see, this will be the back side of this rock because I wanted this to be my front side. So when I do my artwork, that's the side it'll be on. And here's one where I have already put a wash of color on it for whatever I'm actually going to paint on this rock. And I think I had decided I was going to paint flowers on it. So it'll probably have flowers on it. But these rocks they're actually ready to paint on. I'm just getting another collection now prepped so that they can be curing over time, and I'll have more rocks at hand to work on. So I hope that helps.